Good morning, buongiorno, grand rising, beautiful day. Oh my gosh, it is so fresh and so perfect. The weather here is absolutely amazing. I got to bed last night, probably between 10:30 and 11. That's the sun coming up over the mountain. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. Like, this is a slice of heaven. I would totally come back here. I already had some dreams last night that were off the charts. So we are meeting at 9 a.m. So I got a little bit of time to go get dressed and ready to start the day. We're going to go down to the sea, down to the ocean, and get in there. I can't wait to feel it on my body. Oh my gosh. We're meeting at 9 a.m. for matcha. See, I get it everywhere I go. Oh, and I will tell you the story real quick. I have to tell this story. So, you know, I've been seeing feathers everywhere I go. And as a matter of fact, last night, after our lovely dinner by the people, oh my gosh, so good. She presented us, Melaine presented us with these little goodie bags, little pouches filled with essential oil, you know, personalized cards welcoming us, a crystal, a recipe card with the matcha and the milk, and also in there a lava gua sha stone, which is gorgeous. And also in that bag was a feather, okay? And I was like, does she know the story about my feather? And I didn't know this, that there would be a feather. And she didn't know my story. And one of the other women had said to me, wow, isn't that interesting? When I said something about all the feathers that were showing up to me. She's like, isn't that interesting? And then she says to me after I got the feather, and I was like, did you know about my feather? She goes, I didn't say anything, but I knew about the feather being in there. So I don't know if she told us what the feather represented in the bag, but I know what it represents for me. And it's just so crazy how that all unfolded. And on top of that, the dress that I was wearing last night, this is funnier. This is my life. I was wearing this dress that was in my big bag that had the 3 feathers that I found, because I brought them with me on this trip. The 3 feathers I found the day before I left on this trip, on the 28th of August. The little itty bitty one that I found was attached to my dress, and it was on the bench when I went to go stand up. And I was like, and by the way, this is the baby feather that I found just before I left. And I was just like, you can't make up the stories. These stories are my life. These are the synchronicities and the blessings and the gratitude that I have. And they just show up to remind me. So I'm going to go get ready. So just to give you a beautiful perspective, the sun has come up. And this is the bustling. I mean, this crater is enormous, this valley. But wow, this is paradise. I was also told I should visit the Azores and Madeira, you know. So it's time to go downstairs, see me in the reflection, and go get my matcha. Trying a little bit different. I forgot I could do this with my hair. I got so much of it. Yay! I'm just so happy to be here. Really, truly. This is a gift to me, for me. And the world too, because when we take care of ourselves, it ripples out. This beautiful little space. I hear voices. Looky, this gorgeous pool. Little shower off to the side. And they were all waiting. No, they're not waiting for me, they already started.
Let's sit over there in the sun by the stairs. And you can sit, I would say take your time.
Also, someone left their purse here last night.
Yes, who was planning to go out? I was planning to go out last night. We were ready to go. We were even playing with it.
Wow.
We're like, who's going out?
They left their
bag.
Yeah.
That's just so
gorgeous.
She travels light.
I brought no much of it.
This is our gift.
You're like, does my hand look good? Someone good.
How beautiful is that? a little matcha to start your day with some meditation along the way, deep reflection, communication with your higher self, and just receiving instead of... If you can meditate with that noise in the background, you know you're good. Wow, that view is incredible. I'm gonna get up on the wall. Pop the sun. So we had a beautiful matcha setting and meditation this morning. And then we all introduced ourselves. You need to connect with people. Sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone to find your tribe, to find yourself, because really what you're really seeking is you. It's all internal. The stories that the mind creates, those are the struggles we face. I was thinking about how sometimes I hear these stories around the limitations of the mind and the body, and my body can't, and I feel this, and really it's the mind creating the story. Are you really embodying? Are you really feeling? Because the only way to get through the mind is through the body, because the body is the one that created the sensations to begin with. Because of the misalignment with the mind, the body speaks of, it says, screaming, pain, aches. Any sensation in your body is a guidance system, signaling you, trying to get your attention. The louder it gets, the more painful it gets, the more you're neglecting it, resisting it, and what you resist persists. So it's that BS, your belief systems, that are usually the biggest challenge and obstacle to your path in your life. Are you living authentically from an embodied space, from the heart, radiating out? Or are you coming from the mind that's concocting, creating, expanding? Because what you think, what you create, comes from anticipation. What you anticipate, you create. So if you have a story, choose your words wisely and create the life you want to live by basing it on what you want to feel. What does it feel like? That was one of my first lessons with Date with Destiny with Anthony Robbins, was the feeling of what it would feel like when you had what you wanted. You can talk about, affirmations and all that stuff, but can you get into the physical sensations? And he would call it getting into the state. Can you do that? That's embodiment. That's tapping into this is your temple, but it's also your guidance. It's the biggest gift we have as humans. The soul inhabits this body, and it communicates through it. The mind is meant to be your servant. It's meant to be the observer and the discerner. It's supposed to be the one that witnesses and calculates, but not absorbs and is easily influenced. So that's about constitution too. It's about how resilient are you to your external influences. Do you allow them to override your intuition, the into me I see, or do you actually let them take you out? We're gonna go move now. Catching up with the tribe. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Flipping and flopping. All this beauty. So beautiful out here. Truly. I need to get some water though, and I don't have a bottle. So I have to see what I can get. Gorgeous spaces. Take yourself to far off places. You have to see all this beautiful food over here too. I love the laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. And you are the medicine, so your body wants to hear the sound of your voice. See, and that looks like cork, but it's bark. It's a bark. It might be cork. This is the guava and the strawberry baby. And these taste like pear when you get a juicy one. We got mini mangoes, oranges and apples and peaches. Yum. This is such a cute little kitchen. It's beautiful. And then you have to see all this gorgeous fruit. I mean vegetables. And the aubergines. The squash, which in the States we call zucchini and eggplant. Isn't that gorgeous? Bounty of nature. Movement space, absolutely gorgeous. I should have shown you all of it, but it's really sweet. I like the little seating areas. Used to be a plant nursery.
Just make sure, but it looks pretty good, that you have some space around you. Yes. That's nice. My soft tissue, but I'm firing, right? So I have this ability to lower towards the ground, slow and controlled, okay? So it might look easy, or some of you might be like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this?
You can't beat this beauty. It's all around me. Sometimes we have to acknowledge where we've maintained and where we've yet to still grow in strength and resilience. These are always reminders. I'm here to reclaim, reignite my fierce warrior woman. In all truth, she was exhausted to the point where she took a retreat. And that's why I'm here. I thrive most when I travel. I thrive most in change, in familiar, unfamiliar spaces. You know, travel for me is unfamiliar yet familiar. Like I've been there before. And so it's like exploring, re-exploring, revisiting, whether it's past lives or this life, whatever it is. It always brings me back to me. Because everything you think you're seeking outside of yourself is within you. And for me, I'm reminded of that. No matter what the setting is, no matter what the environment is, no matter where I go, there I am. And it reminds me about how I am very resilient, very strong, very adaptable, like a chameleon. And I love that. I love that about me. You know, do you pay attention? Do you recognize, what do you love about you? These are the parts of me I love about me, is knowing that wherever I go, I can trust that I'll be taken care of, whether it's by me or the universe just provides. You know, the feathers showing up at my feet just keep reminding me I'm on my path. And if you ask for that sign, you ask for something that reminds you to shake you out of your slumber, to sting you back to consciousness, right? Like, I like that. I'm the person that'll sting people back to consciousness, whether it's a trigger that's a good one, they don't like it, or even one that's like, ah, I like that. Because duality has two sides, the this or the that, the good, the bad. But when you become healed and neutral in that middle way, that middle path, the good and the bad become just what they are. They just are one. Two sides of the coin equal the coin. Don't try flipping and trying to choose a side. That's what gets us all in trouble. That's what causes us to struggle. That's what brings us further away from our truth, further away from who we are. and why we seek for it, but yet we're not choosing it all the time. So it's an ebb and a flow. It's a push and a pull. The yin and the yang, the feminine, the masculine, the one, the zero, the bit, the bite. It's all divine. It's a divine comedy. It's a divine comedy of life. It's finding your flow, trusting yourself. You will grow. That adversity is what presents you opportunity. That getting out of your comfort zone, going to spaces that are unfamiliar, that when you feel that sense of resistance stirring within you, like, I don't know, I don't want to, like you retreat, literally, from doing a retreat. Like maybe you're excited about it in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if I want to do this. That's a sign that change is coming on the horizon. That's a sign that your mind recognizes something unfamiliar. Unfamiliar doesn't equal bad. It just means evolution, change, which is the only constant in this life. So the more that we try to control our circumstances and our environments, or to fix other people to make us feel good, that's just getting us further from ourselves. But it is an acknowledgement that we do want more. So you can poo-poo on where you've been or complain about where you're at because maybe you get enabled. People hear you, oh, you poor thing, you play the victim. But the real growth is putting yourself in situations that are part of stimulating your growth. Because even if you're in a space where you're uncomfortable and it's familiar, and so therefore becomes your addiction because it's comfortable and it's predictable, at some point, someone will still pull the rug out from underneath you because your soul, your inner child will say, okay, you're not doing anything for me. I'm going to pull in a third party. I'm going to call it all in, and we're going to do this. So if it's much more beneficial when you're the one who chooses than having someone else choose for you, to not be the victim of a circumstance, but to be the victor of your choosing. So wherever you are in your life, if you're feeling stagnant, if you're going through significant life changes, everybody seems to be. It's subtle, it's profound, it's, oh my gosh, you don't know my story, because we all got one. But neither your story nor mine is better or worse than another. It's our perception and our past that we filter and put on top of it that causes us to compare. And comparement is the separation, the judgment. You talk about judging. Judging is a comparison, because you can't judge without having your own experience to compare those other experiences or people, places, things to. Your judgment comes from a place of where you've been, and nobody has been where you've been, nor have you been where they've been. Everyone's experience is uniquely different, colored by the way they were raised, the families they were brought into, the cultures they grew up around, all the influences they had. And if you can acknowledge that in yourself, it makes it a whole lot easier to be compassionate for yourself and others. Yeah. Time to eat a little brunch and then go to the beach. Yes! Beautiful spaces take you to life-changing places. Choose your setting, your set and setting, because everything in life is medicine. Think about that. You are your medicine. You can be your poison too. Poison can be medicine, and medicine can be poison. Hearing the sounds of bees pollinating the trees, flies attracting and attacking whatever it is there. Flies are attracted to shit typically. So think about that one. Every once in a while when you have a fly that's bugging you and it won't leave you alone, what kind of shit are they sensing? Because your shit shows, right? And we're always having a shit show at some point in our lives. And this is the divine comedy, and this is how my mind just gets silly. You have to have humor and curiosity. And like a child, see, you can find all sorts of goodies in this life. This, I believe, is a strawberry tree. It looks like similar to the ones we have in the States, but there were seeds in these. My neighbor, one of my neighbors has a strawberry tree. And they taste like cotton candy, but there are no seeds in those. So just different varieties. And look at how cool this tree is. This palm tree, I was looking at it yesterday and I said, how cool is that palm tree? It's got its own skirt. It's got its own grass skirt. How cool is that? Look at me in my grass skirt. I'm a happy tree. There's mangoes in here. All sorts of goodies. I always want to call that Sweet William or something. My mother had gotten seeds for something like that when we were younger. Oh, so cool. Yeah. Back to the kitchen. So many birds. I love it. Unique. They're singing to us. Life's an adventure. Go find yours. I hope I inspire you to want to do more than what you're doing now. And before I forget, there are plenty of eucalyptus around here too. This is what makes me happy, because as the evening or the morning, the first thing you smell is the eucalyptus in the air, which is so cleansing. Eucalyptus is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. All the air, this fresh air. Scents and smells. Get into those 5 senses. All sorts of goodies. Food. This looks yummy. And as always, I'm one of the last people here. And I don't know if I should, but there's some beautiful breads, hummus, yogurts, vegetarian and regular, vegan, and mixed, all grain free, no gluten, delicious butternut squash. I'm gonna have some of this now. So we just came from down here, the stairs over where we were meditating this morning, and by surprise we realized, we're seeing, beds for lounging. That's fantastic. Woo! So for afternoon siestas, underneath, nice and shaded, and like, this is so cute. Or you could sleep outside at night if you wanted to. Yeah. I don't know what the mosquito situation is. It's kind of the joke over here, but it could happen. Wow, that's a sweet spot. And so there's the kitchen up there. And all the portulaca. And they have all different varieties. All those pretty little flowers on the wall. And so here it is. Yeah, they've got a lot of little fruit trees interspersed. It took them, I think I want to say they said 5 years to replenish this earth because it was all dry and rocky. So just a little glimpse. There's also some little casitas over here, places people are sleeping and staying. It's just really well done. Very impressive. So just now talking, me and Fia, and look what shows and falls at my feet. You can't make this stuff up. Once again, you know you're on your path when the feathers show up. That's my sign. Something else could be showing up for you. Everybody's meeting. We're going to the beach. Da-da-da-da-da. Just sneakers, flip-flops, everything you need. Road trip. We're going to the beach. I could fly away. Down to the beach with a big crowd of happy women. We're happy. We're in our happy place. We're heading to the beach. Cactus everywhere, dried and alive. Oh, we're going down there. Look at that. Our boat's away. Our boat's away. Pretty, pretty. So gorgeous. Oh, this is what we're walking on. Lava rock. Lots of lava rock.
Sessions on Instagram.
Vitamin C antioxidant will increase it. It enhances the effect, and it actually boosts it if you do it in the middle, like after you've taken and all that. Look at that's where we're going, I believe. Wow. This is an adventure. I'm trying to inspire people through my inspired living. Just do it. Don't look at mine and say, I wish I could. Just do it. If it's on your bucket list, go start doing it. Experience is meant to be done, not thought about. Feather. So there's my feather. As you can see, someone put a rock on it so it would stay for me. That's funny. Everybody knows about my feathers now. Yep, and we have arrived. This is the beach where we're at. And we came from up above, much further up, much higher up there actually. Oh wait, another feather. It's always gonna be feathers at the beach, right? But they're in my path. That's the point. Little caves you can hang out in. There's a few people out here. Yeah. It is really strong waves, and so when you're in this water, it will push, it will pull, it will challenge you emotionally, mentally, physically. Refreshing, christening, blessing. Just me and my shadow. First time in the beach, in the water, with no top on since my explant. Free the tatas, ladies. Free the tatas. Get in the ocean. Footloose and fancy free. Sand. There's a pirate ship off, the pirate party ship off on the distance. I'm sure you can hear the music. This is more enjoyable right here. This is so refreshing. And then these clouds descended in. Took away our sun, give us back our sun. Time to dissolve those clouds, right? You ever done that? Just set the intention and create a dissolving of the clouds. Let them disappear and reveal the sun back to you. All that sand in there. Oh, and it sucks it back out. Nothing better than fresh, crisp, clean water. Splish splash. Right at the feet. My feet sinking in. And here it comes. Whee! gotta go with the flow. When you try to resist, you create exhaustion. You can learn so much from the water. You notice that it's not rigid, it's fluid. You notice it can't be contained, yet it is everywhere and nowhere. What goes in goes out, what goes out comes back in. Life is a series of cycles, waves, ebbs, flows, expressions, experiences to be lived, not thought about. You came here to experience life in its richness and its fullness. What are you doing to get closer to what it is you desire? Or what are you doing that is what you desire? What ripples are you making in the world? What waves are you sending out? Are you crashing? Are you burning? Are you just going with the flow? Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Appreciating the cycles. Noticing how it's all supporting you in your life. Acknowledge what's working. And if something isn't working, course correct, shift, shake it out. Come back to consciousness, come back to what it's all about. I think the sun's going to come back out. It's trying. I hope you enjoy the sounds of the waves as much as I do, even with all that noise in the background. It's a techno party. I always find my way back to the sea, and I just let it carry me. Wild. Heading back. Fluffy, happy clouds with little blue specks. The sky is shining through. All the wave formations on the rocks is so cool. Oh, look at this bird just riding the waves, riding the air. How cool is that? That bird is just hanging out. Oh, couldn't help it. I had to stop and take some video because we're going up, and that's my favorite way to go because you get the workout. Look how pretty that blue is in the clouds. Yeah, you get a workout. You know, your courage is in your thighs. You need your butt. If you don't have a strong butt, no flabby booties. Foundation, foundation, foundation. Look at the clouds over the mountains. Like we are up in the mountains. So it comes and it descends upon us. Wow. Still can't get over the sky. I know it's windy, but this is just too gorgeous to not capture. And walking down into the town will take us about 15 minutes or so. Basically to a restaurant location we're going to meet together. Taxis and such, but ultimately, let's get a feel for the town and see if there's anything worth picking up. I can't get over those clouds descending on the mountains too. And the sun came back out, of course, because I've already noticed that I will change clothes several times a day. Look at the size of these Olympic pools. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I didn't even realize this existed. I don't think too many people would. Just an assumption, right? Like these beautiful villas. I mean, this place is built up. And my understanding is there's a lot of nationalities that come here to retire. Obviously, it's a lot of holiday. Apparently, the wellness industry is booming. So, yeah, this is quite fascinating. It's beautiful, though. I mean, this is definitely somewhere you might want to put on your bucket list. I'm just saying. This is training for all sorts. Look at the size of this soccer. Some of you might know it as football, and some of you might know it as soccer. Look at that gorgeous terracing and landscaping. Sun. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look up here, there's hang gliders in the air coming down to their descent. How cool is that? Yeah, this is fast. Look at this gorgeous view. We just came down that huge, long path that wrapped around. Oh, and I really like the way that it looks like, I don't know whether it's condos or apartments or even, I don't know, maybe in a hotel over there, but that connector is really cool. So yeah, tourism is booming. On the road again. We didn't even get to the town before we got picked up again. And now we're in the car on the way back. 2 kilometers. Let's go. It's quite the adventure. We're doing loop-de-loops on the roundabout. See, that's what you do when you're bored. You do loop-de-loops on the roundabout. Round and round we go. Nobody knows where we'll stop or keep going. Oh my gosh, so cool. Microclimates are incredible. You go from the beach to up in the clouds.
And over there, this is another island. It's La Gomera.
La Gomera is off in the distance. A little hard to see through the mountains. But look at the color. Little doggy wanted to cross in front of us. How beautiful. Look at this. We're way up in the mountains.
You guys hunt at all? Yeah.
No.
This is the switchback section of the road. So like, we just came from way back there, and we're going, and it's going to switch back down here, so it's kind of a loop-de-loop. Yeah, so then it's going to go around, and then the same thing up there. We're following Fia. She's driving the other rentals. Look at her go. I love it.
There's a lot of hunting deer and elk in Arizona, but
go down
so
that
many
way.
people you have to get put in for a tag, and so a lottery system. So I put in twice. So far haven't. So every time you don't get it, your points build up, which makes it more likely. So I'm just waiting.
You can see where we're going because Fia's ahead of us. It's pretty wild. This is one wild ride.
The tail.
Only for the wild at heart.
Bones from marrow, and just how do you use everything so nothing goes to waste.
A friend of ours, she even uses
truly, right?
Skin, right? And she
only for the wild at heart. And then we're going, see where we are here? Fia's over there. We're coming around the mountain when she comes.
And it's the cleanest meat you can eat.
I can always find humor in everything.
As long as the deer's not too stressed. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the caves.
Yes.
So cool.
That's
Wow. The valleys. We came all along that. Yeah. Don't look. Oh wait, you gotta drive. You gotta look. And these are all the.
So when you girls leave on Monday
trees.
morning, are you flying back to Miami? Is that flight?
So it goes through Miami.
So we are back, and I am in my room. My hair is a mess, and my shoes got wet when we first arrived at the beach because the waves washed over the shoe, and that sand is kind of sticky and gets into and on everything. I'm gonna jump in the shower, cleanse myself up, and then we're gonna have a beautiful dinner. We are just so taken care of here. It's absolutely gorgeous, stunning place. I'm so happy to be here. Everything in these beautiful little apartments and all done with a loving touch by hand, by the owners, all these details all around. This is some beautiful, like, pouring the heart forth. I'm happy to be here. Like, all of these rugs, handmade. They use these beautiful branches. You know, everything just fits with the styling. It's perfect. And it's simple. It's organic. And these are, if you didn't know, these are what you line your pots with. These are coconut fiber. So they used coconut fiber, burlap. You know, this is all natural fibers. Okay, maybe these aren't. But seriously, this is just so divine and beautiful. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying these videos. Time to go have some din-din with my crazy long, wet beachy, wet hair. You know, sometimes I wear it down, making it fun. Hello. Oh, so pretty. Such a pretty night. Look at that. For what you can see. It's dinner time. This is so lovely. I love eating outside. And that's one of the things about going to Tuscany that I would be doing something similar. Following the beautiful doggy. Do we know the dog's name? Hello, handsome. He's like, I'm here for the food. Look at that tail. He's so beautiful, your brindle tail. And this beautiful kitchen working like clockwork and all this gorgeous bounty and beautiful music. Well, dinner was delicious and I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna bid this evening adieu. Everybody has finished an amazing meal, of course. And yeah, time to go back to the room. And I'm tired. You know, it's been a really beautiful day. And I've been looking up at the sky, at the stars, using sky view. And the cool thing is that it was showing me the planets. And there's one planet and stars, all the constellations. But when you go out here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this with this camera, but I was trying to figure out what that bright star, you can still see it. You see that bright star? I believe that is Jupiter. So it's not even a star, it's a planet. It's so clear out here. It's beautiful. So, time for night-night. Yeah, it's Jupiter. Brush my teeth, wash, my face was washed because I already did that before. Time for nighty-night. I hope you enjoyed this segment, this episode of Lotta in Tenerife. I love you all. Thanks for following. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. What in my videos are standing out the most to you? Did anything resonate? Let me know. And if this is inspiring you, I sure hope it inspires you enough to do you, whatever it is that you desire to do.